This weekend is not only the first, but it's also the biggest race weekend for the entire year in Denmark. My lawnmower is 100% ready, the trailer is nearly ready, but I'm not gonna be able to attend, or at least not to drive, because from Wednesday, I'm only allowed to lift 1 kilo on each hand, but more on the whys later. So what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna celebrate my lawnmower and go on a little adventure, drive it through some fields, some trails. I will show a little map right here where you can see where I'm going. And basically it's a big loop. There will be some trails, there will be some straights, a big hill and some other sections. I already prepared the lawnmower. I checked the battery level, oil, fuel, and even adjusted the brakes to make sure that everything is smooth. Additionally, I have a little box of tools because I don't want to push it for like 5 or 10 kilometers home. I also built an app for this, so I can log all the data and the speed and everything I do on the lawnmower. And if you're interested, I can share it with you. But I want to make sure that there's no random bugs in it. Let me get set up and then I will drive right away. I decided to make a voiceover this time, because I kind of forgot to talk while driving. Just getting started, trying the steering, brakes and throttle response, and it seems okay, except the brakes, they're not that great. That's like full lock. Brakes will suck. I forgot to record the screen. I'm gonna do that so I can show you the speed I'm going. I nearly forgot. And this app is actually an app I built myself. Gonna try to record the screen. I will tell you a little bit more about it later. I'm looking for a car and let the adventure begin. The trails I drive on are made by tractors, so a lot of them have like tractor tracks, which is actually quite bumpy and makes me drive quite uneven. So here's a massive bump, and then I get straight to a part where my left wheel is 10 centimeters higher than my right wheel, as shown on the bar. But I still go at a decent speed. Basically I'm just cruising. This trip is not for me to find the top speed or something, it's actually just to enjoy the lawnmower. Let me just do some minor changes on my screen. What I'm doing here is I try to put the app on the left side and my camera on the right side, but I decided that doesn't matter, so I just restarted it. The reason why I made this app is because I couldn't really find a good one, and this one actually shows not only the speed but also tracks some other things like distance and time. And when you're done, you can save the information in an Excel file so you can analyze the data later, see what your acceleration was and those things, how far you drove, and generally just analyze it quite easy. The downsides are that the phone only records like once a second your GPS location. And now we will get to a trail which is a little bit in the woods. So there's not the deep tractor trails, but there's a lot of sticks and rocks and stones. Here's the abandoned house. And the abandoned house is basically the start of a trail. So far a max speed of 46 without even trying. Here the toolbox started moving, which I now realized, push it back. But I still decide to stop the lawnmower so I can actually tie it up again, which I'm gonna do an amazing job at. Everything there? Yes, but my box was nearly gonna fall off. And I checked the rear camera and what the fuck? I forgot to turn it on. Oh, and it also got loose. Now you can see what it's showing, and here we go. That's gonna be the view. So top speed 46 so far, and I wasn't even close to full throttle. This was really bumpy, but yeah, my tools nearly fell, so I had to make a quick stop. And it was definitely not full throttle. It's probably geared for 80 kilometers an hour, maybe a bit more, which is 45 miles an hour. So it has much more in it, and it wasn't even close. And what I enjoy the most is actually the pickup. If you put the throttle down, it picks up and goes. It's not like it's taking forever to accelerate. That's pretty cool. Trying to stay a little bit more quiet here because there's a house where people are living. But the next two houses, people are moving in, so there shouldn't be anyone. And so I decided to floor it a little bit. Just a tiny bit. .65 is pretty decent. Let's get all the camera angles at once so you have no idea what's going on. Pretty happy with that. But it's not even close to top speed. I don't know if you can hear it.
That is my exhaust.
But the exhaust suddenly sounded way louder.
Sounds a little bit like it.
And I check. The exhaust was there, but...
No, I just lost the muffler. So
this tube goes inside my exhaust and basically muffles the sound. So I decided to use some duct tape and put it in between my legs.
I just put the hot piece of metal in between my legs. Right there. So I hope it's gonna stay there.
And it actually did. Adjusting the camera a little bit. As you can see, one of the cameras turned off. The phone ran out of battery.
I'm gonna lose this phone. The next section is gonna be the big hill. This is not the big hill, even though it's already kind of steep. So let's see if we can make it. And I'm already on it, so...
As I said, I'm already on the hill. But the hill is basically going up, and then there's gonna be a few meters where it's getting a little bit more straight, and then there's even more hill. So I'm accelerating a bit uphill, still going uphill. Taking it easy now, I'm giving a little bit more throttle, still going uphill. Actually, it's all uphill, so here it's starting to be more flat, and now it's going uphill again. And I decide to let off the gas at one point because I don't see over the hill, over the crest of the hill, if there's a car coming or whatever, or a kid or a dog or whatever, so I don't want to hit anything. So I slow down a little bit.
It's so loud, it's basically straight pipe.
And it's also really loud, and to the right there's a village.
To the right is the village.
So I don't want to upset the people in the village. So I basically roll down with 40-50 kilometers an hour. Also I have to do a somewhat sharp left turn.
I don't see any people, which is good. Brakes don't work.
Yeah, I didn't see any people, so... And here again you can see how sketchy it actually is if you look at my wheels. One is much higher than the other. So I go like a cruising speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which is pretty decent. If I really want to test the top speed, I wouldn't drive it there. There's another trail where it's basically flat, where it's less sketchy, where you don't have something you can hit right next to you.
These are all the Christmas trees.
Those are all the Christmas trees. It's like a Christmas tree field where they cut them down for Christmas. The rear-facing camera is not doing a lot. It's kind of too wobbly to see anything. And as you can see on the map, we're back on the main straight in a bit. And giving it the beats. Checking if my phone is still there. It is, which is great. This move wasn't on purpose. The lawnmower decided to go to the left, and on the left side there's like an edge with a 45-degree angle going down 2 meters, which I definitely didn't want to do because I wouldn't get the lawnmower. Back up again. And I lost my phone. So, we're back. Was actually a much quicker trip than I expected. Only took like 15 minutes or something, but it was a lot of fun. And we made it. So last drift. It's really fun to drive this one.
I lost my phone. I lost my phone.
And one last drift to park it up.
Oh, fuck. I lost my phone in the end, as you can see there. So let me go and get it real quick.
But this was really fun. It was a bit sketchy. Let me find my phone. It fell off. Actually, the phone mount snapped off. On the last straight, I saw it. I turned around and I could see it was there. So it can't be more than 500 meters away. So nice and quiet. Here we are. Let me stop the recording. But let me get back. Then I will tell you all about why I can't go to the race, unfortunately. Yeah, so why can't I join the lawnmower race? Actually, I was really bummed out about that because I was also a big part in planning it and talking to the event and stuff. And it's actually a big event. There's a lot of car stuff like drifting, racing, go-karts, motorcycles, even boats. And we got invited and I talked with him and made it happen. To make a long story short, I have a heart condition. It's genetic and I knew about it for a while. And in December, when you actually look back, there was 1 week where I didn't post. And that's where I went into the hospital. And since that point, I got medicine. And on Wednesday, I will get a pacemaker, which for me is a good thing. So don't be sad about that. And I will be quite quick on my feet again. However, because I will have a cut that needs to heal, and that means I'm not allowed to lift anything for 2-3 weeks or just 1 kilo on each hand. So even building stuff is gonna be difficult to record and stuff. I have some ideas. My aim is still to go to the race and record a bunch of stuff and help out with some other things, count laps and all the random things there might be. Otherwise, I will just sit on a chair and watch it and enjoy the day. So I will be there, but I won't be able to drive. And I won't be able to drive my lawnmower for a long time. So I decided to go on a trip like this, even though it wasn't like a massive trip. Probably on camera, it was still like, I actually don't know if it's 7 kilometers, roughly, maybe 10. And apart from a few things, it actually held up perfectly. The things which went wrong was the camera mount, the box moved, and the muffler in the exhaust fell out. I can forgive those. I think we hit a top speed of nearly 70 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good. And I didn't try to push it. It can go faster. So I'm really happy with that. And I also didn't want to be too big of a dick for all my neighbors around me because without the muffler, it was insanely loud. Probably when you see this, I'm gonna be in the hospital and the next day I'm gonna have the surgery. I will make a post when I'm back up again and yeah. But with that, thank you so much for watching. We will see each other again. Don't worry. I'm not gone. I just need a week or two. So hopefully I can make some recordings from the race, make a video about that, and then tell you on how the surgery went and everything. But with that, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Even if it's 100 views, I'm happy to do it for the guys which come every week and watch it. And that's why I thought I will tell you about it. So thank you again. Don't worry too much. Enjoy your builds and stay healthy. Goodbye. It was a lot of fun though. It's a hell of a machine. Quite proud of it. And I will be back to racing. See you guys.